We have massive news in the welterweight division. UFC 310 just got a whole lot juicier. Belal Muhammad, Shavkat Rakhmonov, the original fight, the original main event, cancelled unfortunately due to Belal Muhammad pulling out due to a nasty injury. Now, there was a lot of speculation, a lot of talk about a potential interim title. Who is going to fight Shavkat? A lot of names were thrown into the hat. Usman, Garry, Buckley. A lot of these names were called out. Jack Della Maddalena. We've got a fight for Shavkat. Dana White announces Garry is stepping in. Now, this is just a number one contenders fight. They haven't put a belt on the line, which I kind of understand and I sort of respect, to be honest. They are giving Belal Muhammad the respect he deserves as a champion, someone who has always said yes for that company. This fight, you can love or hate Garry, his persona, what he brings to the octagon, but you have to respect him for taking this fight on short notice against such a killer in Shavkat Rakhmonov, someone who is undefeated with a 100% finish rate. And these guys have trained together, Garry must have felt how skilled Shavkat Rakhmonov is, and that's in the training room. It's all different on fight night, but they have some history there together. This is a super entertaining matchup. Both of these guys undefeated in the UFC, both undefeated in their careers outside of the UFC. This is a clash of two young, hungry prospects, and I cannot wait to see it go down. So this will be a 5-round co-main event bout with the flyweight title getting elevated to the main event. Now, 5 rounds we have to work here. Wow. Shavkat Rakhmonov, someone who has never been 5 rounds before. Like I said, 100% finish rate. Garry, he's never been the full 5 either. This is his first spot in a 5-round fight, and so many questions for me going in. How are the styles going to clash? We've seen how well-rounded Garry is in his last performance against Michael Venom Page, but I don't think he's as well-rounded as Shavkat Rakhmonov, especially not as dangerous everywhere as Shavkat is. Like we've talked about, 17-0, all finishes. The guy is scary, and he's putting it all together at the top of the game. So yeah, I cannot wait to see these guys go into the co-main event of UFC 310 and put on a show and provide a clear number one contender. Hats off to both guys as well. I talked about Garry having the balls to step up in 4 weeks, but for Shavkat to fight anyone, the next contender in line, not even for a belt, he's hungry and he wants to fight. Cannot wait to see these two clash. Garry was supposed to be taking on Joaquin Buckley in a main event in Tampa, Florida. And there's been some movement there. Look who's stepping in. No other than Colby Chaos Covington, one of the most polarizing figures in the sport. In his last outing, had a really sort of frustrating performance, breaking his foot in the first round. And I think that really impacted his ability to implore his game, He gets to right all of those wrongs against a surging contender in Joaquin Buckley. This guy is really dangerous. We've seen his highlight reel. He puts people away. And for Covington to come in here, I think it's a pretty dangerous fight for him. Yes, he has all of the experience, all of that wrestling skill. He has the ability to push the pace. But I think people have some questions, especially after his last fight. Regardless, the welterweight division is on absolute fire right now. It's my favorite division in the sport. Left and right, things are moving, contenders are developing, and I think these two matchups are going to be nothing short of fireworks. Thank you guys so much for joining me, for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think about this news, these matchups. I'm sure you guys are just as excited as me to check these ones out. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I would really, really appreciate it, and we will chat soon.